Like that.
Right here.
Right there.
Right there. Just
That's
get
the
all
sweet spot.
gravelly into it.
That is the sweet spot, baby.
Just
Where
like you like
dreams
your
are
Hank
made.
Hill that's been smoking cigarettes.
Propane.
Propane and propane accessories.
That's a terrible Hank
as
Hill.
well as toppings.
That is the worst.
It's probably the worst
It's
Hank
the
Hill.
worst Hank Hill I've ever.
I don't have a
heard.
good
That
Hank
sounds
Hill.
like a bad Wilford Brimley impression.
Wilford Brimley.
This is a guy that talks like
No.
he's having trouble breathing and he's a seal.
Get my diabetes testing supplies from Liberty Medical.
Diabetes.
Diabetes? I have diabetes. Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley, and I have diabetes.
That's terrible too.
It's a bad. That
You
was a
need to
bad one.
just stay away from impressions.
I'm bad
Just-
at impressions.
Just stop it.
I have no, I'm tone deaf as fuck, Matt. I'm sorry.
I like to do impressions of people doing impressions of other people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Because then you just go, duh.
Well, because
you're an asshole.
then you can pretend like your impressions are good at that point.
We should,
'Cause I can't
we
ever
should
do-
introduce our guy. We have Mr. Michael Margetis here.
Hello.
Hi, Michael Margetis.
Hi.
Welcome to Meat Sweats the podcast.
Thank
Welcome.
you so much.
Welcome. Derailed Matt right there. See that? See
Yeah.
how I did that? Just
Fine.
kicked it out from under him.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
you.
all right, yeah.
It's fine. I'm going to do it to you
Oh,
several times.
we
It's
so.
the dynamics of a duo.
Yeah.
No.
We didn't. I love how we explain the podcast to people before, and then we never mention that we fight a lot. During.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is
well,
your
I mean,
warning.
that's cool. You guys both have hard opinions on things.
We've got hard everything on things.
Except when you're not hard.
He just
Except
walked
when
in
you
here.
can't.
How dare you bring up your dick already?
I mean,
like,
this man has sent me numerous
He's a
videos of
fucking
his
guest.
ass. He has sent me
Yeah.
numerous ass videos.
Well, it's not
he
dick
can
videos.
take everything from me.
You're one of the few people, like, there's people I'm like, would this be outright offensive to this person? And most of the people, all my friends, I'm just kind of like,
But me, he
You.
he
Yeah,
knows he
for
can send
you,
his
yeah.
booty popping video.
Yeah.
He's got an inordinate amount of ass to back hair. Like it doesn't stop. It's just fucking
just full carpet.
yeah.
well, actually, I have a lot of back hair, but no hair on my actual ass.
Oh.
That's bullshit. I've seen your actual ass. There's hair on it.
No, there's not.
There's
Not
hair
a-
on
no,
it. If I could still pull up the Instagram video, I fucking would.
no,
you
but I can't
fucking
grow
weirdo.
hair on my armpits.
What?
Yeah, look,
Show me them bear pits.
wow.
Oh my goodness.
I can't.
That's not a bad thing,
Oh
right?
my god.
Do you have complications from having no armpit hair?
No, I still have to wear deodorant and stuff especially because I'm a bigger guy. That's
Yeah.
a very
It's definitely an important thing.
yeah.
You gotta be
Yeah.
protecting others. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. I
Civic-
get it.
civic
Falling on
duty.
your sword.
That's kind of the way I look at deodorant is like I'm just doing it for other people. This isn't for me. This is not for me. I like the way I smell. Like I have this weird
So you're like a
musty-
dog. You're like I like smelly shit.
I'm kind of a smelly guy, so I like
Yeah.
smelly stuff.
You're disgusting.
One of the most
You're a
one of the
fucking
most
disgusting
attractive women I've ever met in my life was probably one of the most smelly women I've ever met in my life.
That's great.
Yeah, and just the way she stunk, and she did it on purpose too. She would say she sat next to me at work, and she would say that she doesn't wear any deodorant or anything to work. She doesn't want to get hit on, and she always dressed like a complete hobo.
It sounds like a country song, like the way she stung. Like the way she stung.
I could definitely just sit on a C chord and strum it and sing about a way a woman stunk.
Yeah.
I think you just fucking found my new calling.
Bill, I
Yeah.
think you just described true love. I think that's what
Yeah.
you were just saying. This woman was doing everything she could to repulse you, and it just was like, man, I like you
just
in your natural
pulled me
state.
in real
Yeah.
hard.
That is love.
Where
That
is
is love.
Where is this woman?
You want to know what
Let's-
love is?
Let's find her.
It's the smell you can't show me.
Let's find this. Let's find this woman for you, Bill. This is my. What's her
Oh, I
name?
know who she is. I'm
Yeah,
not going to reveal her on the podcast.
I know you know who she is. We need to find her for you
No.
and hook you guys up.
No.
Does she live here?
She lives here. She's happy. I'm sure she's happy in her relationship that she's in. It's been the same one.
Yeah.
And it's the reason she was stinky in the first place. Because this dude was into it too. So
okay.
she's already found another smell mate,
Listen,
so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm great at ruining relationships. So let me.
I'm great at that too, but they're only my own.
Let me find out who
Stink
this
bud.
person is. I will get them separated because you need this person in your life.
I mean, yeah. I mean, moral of the story, kids, go out and find a nice smelly woman.
Yeah. Especially if you have a good nose.
Yeah. sidetracking from smelly women and on to other smelly women. We did do an episode of your podcast, which is probably the most fun I've ever had.
That was
on
one of our best
anybody
episodes.
else's podcast ever.
That was a good time.
And it's the last one we released.
Really?
Oh, really?
We recorded 2 more, but it's just like such a backup with like getting it edited. And
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys do a fair amount of editing to it too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and I mean, like the sweat is not edited because it's such a pain in the ass. So I can, I can
It's just
completely
it's on
understand it.
brand, to not edit
Yeah.
our podcast.
Well,
I mean, there's a little bit, but I mean, the production value is very low.
Well, no, I mean, it really lies the difficulty of doing a podcast that has a very specific game.
Yes.
And like how you play it. And
Exactly. And I like that game though. Like,
Yeah.
and I felt like in the moment I was shitting the bed on it, but then I did listen back to what you guys created with what we did, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
we
it.
want to start it back up again in the fall. It's just difficult to find people to be on it because you need to find people who are like funny and engaging enough to carry a podcast, but
Right.
at the same time have a deep knowledge of film.
right.
That's where I felt
I
like
feel
I
like
was
if-
out of my element
Yeah.
completely. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not anybody who's like, if you talk the right genre to me, then I can be somewhat knowledgeable. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm so bad about going out and finding new shit to like sink my teeth into or that I
Yeah.
care about. And so I just find myself rewatching what I like.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a detriment as far as it goes for my wealth of knowledge.
Well, and 2, like for me, there's few greater feelings in finding a movie you never heard of, watching it for the first time, and it's one of your new favorite movies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's
and then it's like, oh my God, like I got this new thing to be excited about.
and see, I'm always worried. It's because it's just like, well, what if I think it's dog shit, or you know, like, what if it's just boring and I just wasted an hour and a half or
well, then
2
you
hours?
just wasted an hour and a half or 2
But then
hours.
I'll fucking waste 9 rewatching the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I mean, you usually can tell pretty quick that the movie you're watching is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I
mean, you
usually
can.
like within 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes, it's like there's no way this is going to turn around.
Yeah.
Like, this is unsavable at this point.
I've seen some shitty shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I stick it out till the bitter end.
Do you really?
Most of the time,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I saw this awful movie with fucking Bruce Willis called Color of Night.
Okay.
And it's him, Ruben Blades, Scott Bakula, and he plays a renowned psychoanalyst.
Right.
And his buddy has a group therapy for crazy people, but it's like not real group therapy. It's like something out of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Like all the crazies are played by like the craziest character actors. And it's just so dumb. And it has one of the longest extended sex scenes where you see Bruce Willis's dick.
Oh
And
no!
it's just him fucking
What's
this,
Bruce
like,
Willis's piece like?
a little small, but they I don't know because they brought in a stunt dick.
Was it a stunt cock?
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, you stunt cocking son of a bitch.
Yeah, and she was like creepy, younger than him,
Yes.
19, and he's like, she's in his house and they're eating dinner naked, and she's like, "This is good, eggs Benedict," and he moves the eggs Benedict to reveal her tits, and he's like, "Not as delicious as your tits."
Oh
And then
wow,
they,
really?
like-
That's powerful language.
And it's like the sex scene is they're fucking in the pool, they're fucking in the shower, they're fucking on the
everywhere.
dinner table, they're fucking
Yeah.
on the stairs, and it's this like dramatic John Williams score, like bow, down, down, and then it like dies down, and you think the sex scene's over,
Yeah.
and they're like, I could go one more, and then
fuck.
boom, 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 boom.
That's when they do anal.
The funny thing is I'm sure I jerked off to this movie so many times when I was like 10 years old.
Well, 'cause
Probably.
Mia
Yeah.
Sara is pretty attractive, the
Yeah.
actress, and it ends up that she's one of the people in the therapy group pretending to be a guy.
I think
and
the-
she's split personality.
The only
wow.
part of this movie I remember is just the sex part.
Just
Like
the
I don't
sex scene?
remember any of the other parts.
That's
of
one
this
of your
movie.
ingrained sex scenes from childhood.
Oh yeah, there's we had HBO, buddy.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, that cult and HBO.
You're
always talking about how you're
Yeah.
all downtrodden. You had HBO. Fuck off.
sometimes
I had HBO
Sometimes.
growing up too. I was watching The Wire when I was
Oh,
in
shit, son.
6th grade.
Yeah.
I love the way he
It was
perked
so
up when he
fucking
said that.
weird. I know. I was like, I discovered it first. I'm the entertainment baron.
I remember watching Oz when it was like new.
Yeah.
And like my parents,
That shit
like
was
there'd
brutal.
be like a fucking shower
Rape
gay
scene.
sex.
It wasn't ever gay
scene.
sex.
but does
it
it
was
matter?
Gay
that
rape.
it's
It was gay rape.
It was gay rape. Okay.
It would be like
Yeah,
so. There'd be
it
that
was
scene
definitely
come
gay
on,
rape.
or like when The Sopranos was like originally airing.
Yeah.
We watched that. My parents would watch
Oh yeah,
that.
they were all always in the strip
And it was
club.
just like either get out of here, they're in a strip club, or get out of here, they're raping people again.
Oh,
Yeah.
you see, because
They
my
would kick me
parents
out of the
really
room.
only cared about the nudity. They're like, boobs, no, it's okay. They're just sawing a fucking 12-year-old's head off with piano.
Yeah, they
wire.
never gave a
Yeah.
shit about. My
It's
parents
okay.
never gave a shit about violence.
they didn't give
Yeah.
my parents didn't care about violence either.
But
It
my
was
old
just
man,
nudity.
my old man was a real saint, and he like would sit there and have me watch the Man Show with him, like when it was the original Adam Carolla, Jimmy Kimmel Man
Yeah.
Show, and it was girls jumping on trampolines.
Yep.
And my mom would walk in, Bill, what the fuck are you doing? This is your son. And he's like, yeah, it's my son.
It's my son.
Yeah,
Is your mom just you in a wig and a
pretty
bathrobe?
much. She didn't use a bathrobe
With a
very
rolling
often.
pin?
No,
She just walks around. She just
her
walks around
rolling
naked.
pin is scary as fuck. She's got like a marble rolling pin, and she's had it forever. And yeah, I've never been threatened with the motherfucker, but I could see her pulling it. Like she's hit me with a lot of shit.
I think
Yeah.
you could take a shot to the face with a marble.
Well, my
From
step.
D, I think you could take one. The
D
second
can-
one is
D
going to
can
fuck you
swing.
up. No, I know. But
D's got. You don't want to take these hands.
I want to take these hands.
Oh,
I had
oh,
a
dirty boy.
like a
my mom.
step-grandma.
Sorry.
She was my grandpa's wife after he divorced my grandma.
Okay.
And she like disappeared to Hungary like after my grandpa died. But I went to her house, their house, and she was Hungarian, and she used to threaten me with the threaten me
Yeah.
with the fucking L, which is Hungarian for wooden spoon.
Oh, yeah.
So she's like, I'll get the fucking L.
My mom's hit me with several wooden spoons, and she stopped when I was like,
Yeah.
I want to say it was like 11.
That's
I don't
good.
remember. But the reason she stopped hitting me with a wooden spoon is because she broke too many.
Yeah.
And she was getting pissed to have to buy them. And to this day, she doesn't admit to like smacking me as
Yeah.
much as she did. And it's fine. It's fine. She can't admit it. But my brother bore witness to it. And he saw like just how I was driving down like this overpass, and this person like cut me off or something, and I said bitch, and it was like 14 with a learner's permit, and my mom hauled off and just like backhanded me with her wedding ring hand.
Oh, fuck.
And she had this like princess cut fucking giant Italian wedding fuck off diamond, and it cut my cheek.
Oh, one of those.
And my brother was in the back seat. He's like, Jesus, you trying to kill us? It was
Jesus.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm accustomed to the beatings.
Now I'm just imagining you with a wig and a bathrobe and a target being
I'll
like,
show you a
which one of these won't break when I beat my kids with
Yeah,
it?
pretty much. That's exactly
being like,
what it
hello,
was.
the police.
She's chased me with a broom before.
Jesus.
Yeah, my poor mother. I put her through a lot though. Like I almost died a couple times as a kid, so that scared the shit out of her. And then
I love how I almost died, but like, let's look at like what it really meant.
Yeah.
It scared her.
It scared her. So she beat me more.
well, I mean, I was
bleeding,
really
but the blood
rebellious.
scared her.
I was really rebellious as
Yeah.
a kid, and you couldn't tell me anything. Same
Right.
way as I am as an adult.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Nuh-uh, you can't tell me nothing.
fuck no.
I know.
so
Ye
bad.
said it best.
She should have got you some
Yay.
hooked on phonics.
Kanye.
I mean, I did.
straighten you
I
out.
didn't need no phonics. I had plenty. I was plenty good at reading words.
Okay.
I can
Plenty
tell
great.
by the way you say them
Yeah.
how good you are at reading.
Oh
them.
yeah. You betcha.
Yeah.
I mean, well, let's be real. I was raised most of my life in North Dakota. I'm a little slow.
Reading penthouses.
Yeah.
It's what we expect from North Dakotans. So
It was a very awful place to grow up.
whenever
in.
one of you guys makes it, we're like, North Dakota? Really? Fuck. Good for him,
we
man.
got Darren Erstead. We got that guy that was in the TV series Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham.
What about Cohen
Jeff
brothers?
the Cohen brothers? We got the Cohen brothers, I think. Are they from
They're
North
from
Dakota?
either there or Minnesota. They're somewhere
Probably
in that
Minnesota.
area.
I think it's
Yeah.
Minnesota. I'm not going to give North Dakota the Cohen brothers. And then we got like a fuck ton of
North Dakota
deer.
doesn't deserve
Well, that
the
would be a
Coen
big
brothers.
win for you guys.
It would be.
Would
But they don't.
Oh my
It's
God.
not a deserved win.
Yeah.
No, they don't deserve that shit.
Well,
It'd
they
be
made
a
a movie
bigger
called
win.
Fargo.
They did.
They did. That was all
actually takes
shot
place
in.
No.
It was all shot in Brainerd, Minnesota, which is
There
like
is
fucking 2.5
One
hours
scene
away.
of that movie in Fargo.
Yep.
Yeah.
They did not. They shot none of it in Fargo. It was all in Brainerd, Minnesota, and
That must have been a real kick in the dick to everybody in
Oh,
Fargo
yeah.
who thought they were going to see a fucking movie about
Yeah.
their town. They're like, wait a second.
Fargo-
Not only does everyone just get fucking murdered brutally,
it's one of the
But it
sleepiest
doesn't
little
take
towns
place in
that
Fargo
people
at
just
all.
go get fucking alcohol poisoning in. On
Brainerd
a
or
regular,
Fargo?
Fargo.
Okay.
Like everywhere I've been in North Dakota, there's at least like 6 people that you could bump into on a given night that have alcohol poisoning at that moment.
Oh man.
It's fucking
That's
bad.
That's all you can do when it's fucking
Yeah.
cold outside.
It
my
really
dad-
is. You could go to the bar and drink, and that's about it. And that's what people would do.
Yeah.
I worked in a bar when I was there, and that's what turned me off to it. Was just
Yeah.
It
fucking.
didn't turn you off to drinking.
No, I like drinking.
Like, what did it turn you off to? Being in fucking Fargo?
It turned me off to like working in a bar,
Oh, yeah.
like just pouring the same people their poison every night.
Oh, yeah.
That was. I got a strong reverence for alcohol. I do like drinking, but I
It's
know
apparent.
that. Yeah.
We all know, though.
Hey, I'm not drinking right now.
You're not.
My dad grew up in a small town in like New York and said the only thing to do in a small town is drink and get pregnant.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really it.
I came from
Maybe
a small
go boating
town.
if there's a nice lake.
Yeah.
It's a small town in the woods.
Yeah.
You get sick of the woods pretty quick, and then you can drink and you can do drugs. That's and fuck. That's really
Oh yeah,
what
there's
you
a
can
lot
do.
of drugs up north.
Oh
too.
yeah, all the small
bet.
towns they're just fucking
Lots of drugs.
riddled with drugs.
Lots of meth.
Yeah.
Small towns really like meth.
Heroin's the new thing. now,
Heroin's the
because
new
it's-
thing?
Yeah, it's super cheap.
Needles or just smoking it?
Whatever.
Probably smoking it.
Both. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you got
just-
all the heroin now. Like I've seen numerous documentaries how like all the street grade heroin now that you can buy is like at least 10% fucking fentanyl
Oh yeah.
at minimum, and that shit's what's killing people like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I gotta
Absolutely.
restart the camera.
Yeah, no, it's like where I came from, it used to be, and then all of a sudden one day it just switched. The meth kind of like trickled down. It's still there, but it's like then heroin is just fucking huge.
The meth people are the business owners now. Since they're the only ones with energy.
Yeah, they're the only ones that can get shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking just got projects up the ass.
Oh yeah.
You ever taken any type of like real strong upper a lot?
Yeah.
Were you ever one of the Adderall kids or Ritalin kids? Did you ever get prescribed that shit?
No, I never
it.
got prescribed that. I've
Yeah.
done
Just
my
fucked-
fair
just fucked
share.
with it.
Yeah.
But that
Just
was a
fuck-
long time ago.
That
Hey,
was so
we can always say
long
allegedly.
ago.
You
Yeah,
allegedly.
allegedly.
Very seasoned.
Allegedly, I've done a lot of uppers. Allegedly, I've done like, mostly allegedly cocaine.
Yeah.
Mostly cocaine. Allegedly.
Allegedly, mostly.
Yeah, I've allegedly done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've allegedly taken a shit today. Allegedly.
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 I definitely believe the shit. Like I'm
stunk
kind.
up my whole office. Allegedly. Allegedly got fired today, and allegedly was at a gun store before I came here and was thinking about like podcast or like a trip down by the river.
Oh my!
And then allegedly,
What kind of gun would you use?
probably a revolver because no jamming problem.
There you go.
I don't really know that. That's just what I heard from Jackie Brown. That's what Samuel L. Jackson told me. I thought he was cool enough when I was 12 years old. I bought a bunch of different Kangol hats because I wanted to be Sam Jackson
Who
and
didn't
Jackie
have
Brown.
Kangles? Kangles were the thing.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
I had
backwards
some.
Kangol.
Backwards
I had
Kangol.
a light blue one, and then I had a red one, and then I also had a black one.
Did you wear the
It's,
red one when you were going out stepping?
Red one's more winter.
Winter,
Oh.
winter
Formal
red.
attire. Black one is just kind of hanging out. Blue one is like, it's like a
Dumb
kind of like a
fuck.
spring, summer, like
Yeah.
like Easter party kind of.
Which one would you wear where you could be like, yeah, I'm totally getting fucked tonight? Which one was
That's
that
the
one?
red
Well,
one.
considering I was 12,
Listen,
That's the
you're not
red
fucking
one.
when you're 12?
That's
God
the red
damn.
one.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the red one.
no.
God, you were
probably
cool.
the
You
red
cool
one.
little
Definitely the red
12-year-old.
one.
The
Fred Durst was
red one's
popular at that
atrocious.
That's
time.
true.
Red was just a trigger color for women. It was a simpler time.
I had those stupid fucking all the way around brim hats.
Oh no!
I had
You
a
had
couple of those.
fedoras?
No, not the fedoras.
Or you had beaver, like the beaver cap, like Kid Rock. You had
no.
a Kid Rock hat. You trying to tell me
Maybe.
you fucking repping Joe C right now?
No, yeah, it could have been like because the first one I
You
got
got a
it
midget
was a
that follows you
Kangol.
around. Am I your fucking midget, Matt?
You are my.
Are you
midget.
talking
You've always
about a
been-
Heisenberg hat?
No. They're like
Because
fucking.
that sounds festive.
God damn it.
Indiana Jones.
They're all like real floppy all the way around, and they're
Oh, like you're going fly
Gilligan.
fishing?
Like
yeah,
Gilligan?
like the fly fishing hats. Like
Oh,
that,
no, you mean like the
Ew.
one the guy from fucking New Radicals wore.
They're like
Probably.
they're like
And
the
Cake,
cargo
the
shorts
lead singer of
version
Cake
of,
wore one of
of
those.
hats.
Oh yeah. Well, the first
Yeah.
one I got when I was I got it.
That's way different than Kid Rock hat.
I got it when I was 14 at a Funk Junkie show. I like they threw it out into the crowd and they were like all fucked up and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool, man. I got this at a concert." And I went back to my small little town. And then
Somebody puked and pooped in that.
probably.
Hope
But
so.
then I got a couple more cuz I was like, "Yeah, this is some cool
Yeah.
shit." I look back at those now, I'm like, "God, those are the worst fucking hats."
A friend of mine, actually, I was hanging out with. We were hanging out, getting high at his house. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And he allegedly showed me his hat collection.
Oh yeah.
And allegedly, he seemed to be emotionally invested really hard in what I had to say about this
wow.
alleged hat collection. And allegedly, I told him I thought it was really cool, but allegedly, I couldn't wait
didn't.
to get out of there.
Oh my goodness.
How many hats did he have in his hat collection?
He had about 14.
That's not a fucking collection.
That's not that bad. We've had guests that have more. Santani definitely has more than 14 hats.
I feel like a collection is like
30.
yeah,
Okay.
30. I was going to say 25 plus.
25
but 30,
plus.
Yeah.
20 plus is a
Speaking
collection.
of collections, do
Yeah.
you guys collect anything?
I have my gnomes.
I have toys like all over my
This is
fucking
starting
place.
to sound like Silence of the Lambs.
I've got like
Puts the lotion.
I've got all these dinosaurs all over the place, just
Oh,
like
okay.
the plastic
He's
dinosaurs.
got a couple of those dildo machines.
I've got I've got like a bunch of like different like weird shaped coffee cups, like Marvel characters or like Star Wars characters.
dildos.
I've got a Batman like piggy bank. He's
Yeah.
Batman, but he's a pig. That's sitting on my counter. It's full of change.
Oh, cool.
I got a bunch of like vinyl pops. I got some lunch boxes. What else do I have?
You have lunch boxes?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I got like an old school like the metal Stranger Things lunchbox, and I
Loser.
have one that's like
You ever use it?
Marvel. No, I just
Because your lunch is too big.
I don't fucking pack lunch because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So I just walk across the street to the poke place and eat that.
Ooh,
Like,
that
Well, I
sounds
mean,
good.
lunch boxes are pretty nostalgic. Like, I always think of just like opening up in kindergarten and that
Yeah.
like white ass bread smell with peanut butter and like jelly.
I love the fucking artwork. You know, there
Yeah.
was a restaurant I remember going to once in California, like just one of those places that's a fucking stop off on the road. And it's like we've been driving for 6 hours. We need to eat
yeah.
something. And like you walked in and they had the like 70s and 80s retro metal lunch boxes with like the thermoses like all across the wall. And this was a huge fucking restaurant throughout the entire
Was that
restaurant.
like the theme?
It was like
Was
some
it called the lunchbox?
No, it was
Yeah.
called
Was
like,
it called
were they ripping-
Thermos Town?
it was called like
ripping
Peaches or
off
something.
Roseanne? Is that why she
Yeah.
got mad?
It was like Peaches or something like that. But it
Oh,
was
I
just
love that.
it was just a really fucking cool thing. And I saw that and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, this is cool. And so since then I've always been like, I just like that old nostalgic
Mm-hmm.
artwork shit. Like, I don't know. So that's me
That's
collecting the toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like
I dig that.
I think it's my art. Like that's my generation's art. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's the shit I fucking grew up with.
I mean, and really, what is art?
Exactly.
It's something that makes you feel a feeling.
Right. Yeah.
It's so subjective.
Absolutely.
It could be anything.
I mean, if that, I like that definition of art. It's something that makes you feel a feeling.
Yeah, that's
That's
why.
pretty good.
Yeah, I have like a weird, almost like obsession with like VHS cover art of like 80s and 90s horror movies.
Okay.
You know, like the really
Yeah.
elaborate, like Evil Dead shit.
Yeah.
All the Nightmare on
love
Elm
Evil
Streets
Dead.
were great.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's kind of like a thing I'm like really into.
Yeah.
And it's always that conflict with like I love like other film and shit.
Yeah.
And like I realize like how shitty some of these movies are, but like I don't give a shit. Like
Like you could spend a day watching just the Sci-Fi Channel and be satiated
Yeah.
with what you did.
yeah, dude, there's always guilty pleasures out there like
Absolutely.
Paranormal Witness, those shows where it's like we were moving to Texas and the house was kind of creepy and it's like you're wondering how much these fucking people are lying.
Yes, absolutely.
With the reenactments. Oh God, one of my friends actually, who's an actor, was a prison guard at a woman's prison in a reenactment who gets spooked by a female specter. She like comes out and he's like, "Ooh," and then they like show the real life guy, and my friend's like pretty good looking. He's like a stocky DiCaprio.
Right.
I'll give him that. But they show the real life guy and he looks like a fucking like Danny DeVito and Batman. He's just like, yeah, I worked as guard at this prison.
Old Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah, I was getting dressed for the evening, and then they show like my buddy Liam with his 6-pack, like getting into the shower.
I love that so much when you're sitting there thinking like,
I will
there's
never
no
look-
possible way that this guy evolved into this.
I will
Yeah.
never look at another reenactment. I never even considered that, like thinking about what the actual person looks like.
I think about that all the time.
Like, what did that actual murderer look like? And then you
Yeah.
see him and you're just like, oh, why did they use someone so pretty?
Yeah.
You didn't have to pay that much money. You could have gotten an ugly
Yeah.
person just struggling.
Well, that show, fucking Unsolved Mysteries, used to use the real life people in the reenactments.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, that must have been
Unsolved
some traumatic
Mysteries.
shit.
Yeah, I solved that mystery. They're saving money on actor costs. Solve that.
I mean, yeah, because the other way around, you got to pay them for the story, then you got to pay the goddamn actors.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Didn't pay him for the stories for that, did they?
I feel like they have negotiations that range from we really want this story
Yeah.
to like this stupid idiot's gonna let us do anything for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what type of person is it? Are they going to
Yeah.
litigate us if we put something out that we didn't get, like, rights to?
Yeah, because you,
You
could
know?
always tell like
Oh,
on
you can definitely tell.
on one of those shows because there's like a couple of because they're all segments.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of segments that are really deep, and then there's one that's like, every time I turned out the light in my house, I heard a pig squeal. And it's like, the pig haunts our county. And it's like this dumb
It's the ghost of
fucking
Gordy.
shit. It's like, and they're always like super awkwardly long. They're like, we need something that fills 7 minutes.
God, we had those 2 pay-for ones that were real good. We just got to cover a little bit more. We can do it, guys. Come on.
It's all about booking.
Call Georgia. Tell you what, call Georgia. Not Georgia the woman,
Yeah.
Georgia the state. Just call Georgia, any number in the phone book, and we can convince them to do it.
Well, that's great because, you know,
That was
Matthew
a
McConaughey.
shot at Georgia right there,
There's
Bill.
a big shot at Georgia. There's not much good has ever come from there.
Wow.
Like, let's be real. Georgia's
Peaches?
Peaches aren't that great.
They filmed 12 Years a Slave there.
They filmed they filmed Deliverance there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they filmed The Revenant there.
No, they
like
didn't
it
film
gets that
Revenant
fucking
there.
cold in
No,
Georgia?
That is not where they filmed
No,
that.
they filmed that in like Colorado or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Alaska. Who the fuck knows? Maybe Russia because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just over
I
there
think it was
fucking
Russia.
spending rubles.
Yeah. Georgia, I've always wanted to have a Georgia peach. I feel like I've never had a good peach.
You never had a
I
good
like
peach?
peaches, but
Yeah.
like I feel like I've never had like a good peach.
Nothing better than a good peach.
You got to go to the right place to get them, especially like
tried
around
Sprouts.
here. And you didn't have a good one there.
You know what? Sprouts I had okay, but they were small.
You gotta
Which
get
I
those.
thought was okay. I got a
you get
big one
of
from Safeway and it tasted like plastic.
fucking-
Yeah, I won't buy produce from like Safeway or Fry's anymore. I only get
No,
shit
it's
from
gross.
Sprouts now. It's,
Yeah.
Well, listen to you.
well, it's just the quality is so much better and the price is not different
Yeah.
at all. It's the same fucking price.
But like if you go to fucking Whole Foods, you get like kind of Sprouts quality for like I think I
Way
once
more
paid
money.
for 5 apples like $18.75.
oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
Isn't that insane? 5 apples.
Ugh.
I decided one Christmas, like I had the kids and I was gonna make a nice steak dinner for all of us. And I was like, oh, there's a fucking Whole Foods around the corner. I know they got good steaks. I'm gonna go get 4 steaks. And I walked out of there spending $100 on 4 fucking steaks. Like
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it was late, and it was like really the only place I could go. And I was just like, I just fucked myself into this, but whatever, I'm gonna fucking do it. I was fucking pissed too. I was so pissed. It was like Christmas Eve.
Ugh.
I was so mad.
I don't like paying too much for things. I really hate
Fucking
it.
hate it.
Like, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't buy clothes from a clothing store. I go to like a resale.
We know.
all the fucking time.
We've seen your clothes.
I refuse.
You were gonna say we've smelled your clothes.
Hey, I wash the shit.
It looks
okay?
like you're trying to get back with what's her so face.
Nobody. I ain't trying to get back with nobody. Not with smelly. Not with the smelly lady. We're not going back to the smelly girl.
Listen, I'm finding Smelly
Yeah.
Girl.
We're not. You're not finding smelly girl.
I'm going
Smelly
to.
girl will remain an enigma amongst you
The
and the
B.O.
audience
Baroness.
of this. The B.O. Baroness.
Buddy,
B.O. Baroness. Men have smelled at her feet.
B.O. Beatrice.
I am an investigator, motherfucker. This
You're
is
not
what
going
I
to find
do.
her.
You're a
not
private
All I do,
investigator?
all I do is fucking find
You're
people.
not going to find who she is.
All I
You
fucking
won't ever
do.
get it out of me.
Fucking gonna
You
get
never
it.
get it out of me.
I'm not a PI, no.
No, you're not. You're a.
But I might as well be.
You're a B.I.
That's how good I am.
B.I.
That's how good I am.
You're actually a
A body inspector?
No,
Yeah, I inspect some bodies, bro.
You're actually
yeah.
a B.M.
Yeah.
Bowel
A bowel movement? I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I was a bowel movement. My life would
That's
be
right.
much better.
We
if
didn't,
I
we didn't
was.
talk about that. Manny had to go into a tube and have his insides looked at by people in white coats.
Yeah.
recently.
I had to drink the fucking barium
Did you
drink.
drink the barium?
Fuck.
At least you didn't have to get it pumped.
You should have seen
So gross.
the shit that I took at
it's
the
awful.
grid. I just spray painted the back of this toilet, and I was like, I'm just curious. And I looked.
Oh yeah.
It was fucking neon orange.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck.
That's a scary thing. Did they give you a flavor?
Vanilla.
Vanilla?
Yeah.
They
So it's
told
like,
me mine was pineapple and it still tasted like death.
mine tasted like vanilla. It didn't like taste terrible.
Well, vanilla tastes nice.
Yeah, vanilla
Like,
does
it
taste
tasted
nice.
like vanilla, and it was the worst thing ever.
But you could taste like artificial sweetener in it that was just a little too sweet.
Yeah.
And then it's like super fucking like chalky and
Yeah.
just real heavy.
Is that a better alternative to drinking it straight?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty awful stuff.
I didn't even know.
Any way you slice it.
I didn't even know I was going to have to do that. Like,
Okay.
I walked in and checked in, and I was just like going in for a CAT scan, and like I
No, you
check
gotta
in, and
drink
she
that
calls me
shit.
back up, and she's like, "Here you go. You have to drink all this, but don't chug
It's
it."
like a gallon.
It's not a gallon. It's
How much was it? How much did she give you? I remember
it's
it
like-
being a fuck ton. I was a kid though.
It's a half a liter.
Half a liter.
Yeah.
So that's one of those bigger
So-
round soda
Yeah.
bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So half a liter, and then they're like, "But you can't chug it. You have to drink this over the next 20 minutes." So it's like you have to take a sip every like 30 seconds for 20 fucking minutes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, like I said, at least you didn't have to boof it.
No, yeah. Listen, well,
Would
if,
you?
if nothing comes back,
You ever
we
had to
won't find
boof
it.
something?
No.
You never boofed anything?
No.
You ever boofed anything?
I'm unfamiliar with the term.
Oh, boofing? Boofing's where you put something in your butt.
Yeah.
It's where you, like to elicit a medical response and or
Yeah, actually, my mom helped me. Buckle up, kids. So this was,
my mom helped me.
it was less than a year ago. And I was in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Is this when you went on your trip? That you
Yeah,
yeah,
the
okay,
New York trip,
okay.
yeah.
I remember
So
watching that on Instagram.
when I travel, I get constipated because I have a very shy bladder and colon.
Okay.
And I like pooping in familiar places.
Right.
And unfamiliar places, I get very weirded out.
Yeah.
So I always seem to get like constipated. And for me to shit on a plane is
I feel bad
not
that
a
I'm
good-
laughing.
But no, I mean, so I had to give
won't
myself.
take a shit on a plane.
No.
You
And it's-
won't?
No.
You
for
never,
guys
you never
like
had
us?
a sweater.
For-
You never had just a sweaty like shit poop feeling come over you. Like
no, I
I'm gonna die.
I make sure I'm evacuated beforehand because
Oh, yeah.
Someone shit
it's-
right now. By the way,
it's a tough fit.
Someone shit now?
no,
Oh,
the dog
Rocco
just
farted.
fucking farted.
Yeah, Rocco
Oh,
farts all the time.
God damn it, Rocco.
It's a tough fit for my shoulders,
Wouldn't
and
be me
then
sweats.
at the same time, I don't want to destroy that flight for everybody else who's on that flight.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would do some abominable shit.
I only
there.
do it in a panic situation. Like I took a shit at Catalina's the other night.
Yeah, you
and
told me.
that was a panic
Yeah,
situation
that's
where
the
it was
only
just
reason you would
like
take a shit there.
it's so bad because it's clean and then at the same
Bill,
time it
Bill,
smells like dead
Bill.
animals. What?
This is not about you. We need to get back to this story.
sorry.
Oh no, it's totally fine. So I was constipated.
No, I just owed him that. I'm
and
sorry. I had to derail.
My
him.
mom was too. So we started fucking each other up the ass. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Jesus,
kidding.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that one.
Took such a turn.
Yeah.
You just Shyamalan
my
the shit
sister's
out of
there.
us. Fuck.
No, my sister was there. It was me and my mom and my sister, and we were visiting family, and we were staying in a hotel room together, which was awful.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is my mom
Takes nasty shits.
loves watching Fox News
Oh,
and stuff.
That's worse than
But
taking
no.
nasty shits.
So she hates it. She's a super Democrat.
So she
Right.
does
She
it
watches,
to torture herself.
Yeah, she watches it to be like, you fuckhead. And it's like 3
Hey.
o'clock in the morning. She's like, you're fucking lying.
I have an aunt that does that. She loves that shit.
Yeah.
Lives for it.
And it was annoying. But anyway, so we were constipated and I had to give myself one of those enemas.
Okay.
And she was like, I was like, how do you do it? And she was like, kind of trying to like, I kept my pants on. But
Yeah.
she was like showing me how, and she's like, you squirt all this water into your butt.
Yeah.
And you have to get kind of used to that feeling of that little
Pressure.
Yeah, it's even smaller than the circumference of a finger going up your butt, and you're like,
Okay.
ooh. And then all of a sudden, all this cold, it's pretty cold water, and you have to hold it in your ass, and you have to like really clench your ass for like a minute. And then what that does is it kind of shakes around
you
like
have
a
to
snow
jump?
globe.
Do you have to jump at
And
all?
like,
I feel like you should jump
I
at
got
that
up
moment.
and I was like,
You kind of do like a little bit of a
my
truffle
God.
shuffle.
yeah. Yeah. You know, and then you just release. And I had to do it a second time because the water, when it shot up, it shot right back down. Because like my
God.
butt was like in shock of having this
Yeah.
fucking
Liquid.
thing hit my fucking G spot all the way in the back of my fucking, probably
wait.
around my belly button.
Wait. Did you come?
I could have. Seriously. There's a lot of
that. Could have.
intense passion
Yeah.
and a lot of friction in that area. I mean, because when you think about it, an asshole really is pretty close to like your sensational crotch area.
yeah,
the
for
balls and the dick.
Yeah. Listen.
The female G spot is supposedly what develops into the male prostate, right? Like that's medical.
No.
No, you don't-
I'm not a
You're not
medical
up and up
person,
on
Bill.
that?
No.
Have you ever
All I
heard,
know-
heard that stated? Because we're all born women, but then it's
We're not all born women.
No, we are.
No,
we are.
We're not all
Sounds
born.
like something some
Everybody,
leotard
not
would
born.
say.
Okay, you're right. I'm saying that wrong. We're not born women. We all start as women in the womb, right?
Maybe
Yeah.
you did, faggot.
Everybody
but-
does. Fucking asshole. Everybody starts as a woman. The ovaries descend into testes. The
Yeah.
clitoris enlarges into a penis.
Yeah.
And then what is the G spot in women develops into the prostate in men.
I've heard something similar. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't even care.
That's
all
why
I
that
know
shit-
is
that's
I
why
don't
that
know.
shit feels
All I
good,
know
though.
is that
Every
you're
now and
making
then-
it less sexy for me when I
Yeah.
put my tongue on it.
You have a very long tongue.
Yeah, dude, check this shit out.
He does have a very long
Holy
tongue. I forgot
shit.
about that. Oh my god.
this is very Gene Simmons from Kiss-esque.
Yeah, and it has
job.
some good girth.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
Yeah.
he's not
Good
as
for
much.
you, buddy.
He's not as much of an asshole as Gene Simmons at all.
Oh,
I was just
He's a
talking
great
about his
person.
fucking tongue.
Yeah,
I wasn't comparing
well,
him as a
yeah.
human being. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Bill.
my fucking-
What are you trying to do? Ruin
There's
my
no
I mean-
relationship with
big-tongue
Michael?
people in
Fuck
the
you,
world.
it's
Bill.
There's
fine.
other
'cause
big-tongue
a
people in the
coworker
world to
today was
reference
like,
Matt.
You really remind me of Michael Moore, and I'm
Oh.
like, go fuck yourself.
That's such
I'm
a
like,
mean thing
am
to
I
say.
that much of a fucking asshole? Like,
That's so mean to say.
and he's a new guy too.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
I'm just trying to teach you how to do your fucking job. I'm like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, and I'm not trying to expose parts of your life and make a movie.
I'm not trying to do some kind of gotcha documentary
Yeah,
right now.
I'm not. And I'm like, are you trying to say that when I write like my technology trainings for work that I cherry pick my facts. Like, what the fuck are you saying to me? Michael Moore, my ass. What the fuck?
You saying I cherry
I'm just trying to make
my
sure you
technical
survive
facts?
here, you piece of shit.
Yeah, dude, there was so many implications.
That's a mean thing to say.
Yeah, he threw a fucking onion insult at me, all those different layers.
That's did you kill him?
No, I was like, yeah, sometimes I get Drew Carey. That was my response. It was, sometimes I get Drew Carey.
Well, I think you should fight this wiener.
And he's like, I could see that. They're both fat pieces of shit.
What a dildo.
No, he didn't say.
That's what he said with his eyes, though.
Yeah, he
probably
was
did.
like, I could see. He kind of looks like, do you guys watch Nathan For You?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So do you remember the episode where they're
Not that
hosting
deep.
that fake bachelor show and there's the host that claims he had a three-way?
No.
Oh, he
looks
hosted
like
the
a-
celebration thing where it was him looking back on all the other episodes.
I'm just envisioning.
I'm sure I
like,
know who it is, but-
like the
Okay.
hookup artist from VH1 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically what BoJack Horseman would call like a Ryan Seacrest type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's exactly what I'm picturing. Just
But
does he have gauges? Has he got some gauges?
no.
I bet does he look like he would go out to the club with eyeliner on?
No, he looks like super like I was in a frat and I learned about business and writing and shit and like I got my degree and like
Yeah.
And now
he's
I'm
a
ready
smart
to
guy.
drink.
Right.
He's I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of dude he is.
Sounds like a piece of shit.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the people who initially I'm like, fuck that piece of shit, end up being like the closest people.
Actually,
absolutely.
same.
Yeah.
I had a guy like I literally got in a fight with him the first time I met him.
Yeah.
And then he was like my best friend throughout college.
I fucking hated Bill when I first met him.
Yeah.
And I still do. So
You
I
did
still,
not.
I still
You
hate
love
Bill.
me. You love
So sometimes it never changes, is what
No.
I'm saying, you know? Sometimes it just stays the same forever.
Oh yeah. Sometimes
Don't
you
let him.
just
Don't
hate
let him fool you. We give each other foot massages after this.
Yeah.
By foot massages, he means blowjobs.
Yeah.
Blowjobs.
Many, many foot massages.
But I blow with
yeah.
my feet.
I like that.
How do
Yeah.
you blow at your feet?
If you gotta ask, you can't afford it.
Okay. I've never paid for sex.
No, me neither. I've had someone pay
Never
for
paid.
me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
nice
that's
people.
a fucking sweet person.
Yeah. They thought I was a little asshole, so they're like, we're gonna get them laid.
Oh, nice.
And then they did, and I was even meaner when they told me that the lady that fucked me was a prostitute.
Oh man, they didn't even tell you.
Was-
Yeah, I'd be a little
was a
fucking
little salty.
miffed.
Was
I'd be
that the
miffed.
lady you told me about with the duct tape thing under her couch?
No, that was a different girl. She
Okay.
was just a random I met in the wild.
Okay.
She was just
that was
a-
a really and that story, the fact that you told me that story was like I can say anything around this fucking guy. And that is why I send you pictures of my ass. So like I could send you snaps of like my hard dick like ejaculating into the iPhone lens. And nothing
be
would
a li-
ever be said.
Oh, I would say something about it.
Oh yeah.
I would be
but
a little
jovially.
I would be a little miffed,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I would have like so many lines for what your dick looks like.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like it.
Yeah, he's
wouldn't.
excited. He's excited. For
He's
that
a
part of it.
sensitive dude.
If you ever do that, if you ever send me your beanbag, anybody in the world, you ever send me your dick, I will berate your dick for as long as I live.
On that note, guys, we're gonna give out Bill's phone number so that
No,
you
we're
can
not.
send him all
No,
the
we're not.
pictures of your dick, balls,
No, we're not.
butthole, shit.
Nobody has my phone number.
Whatever
But I
you
mean,
want.
how easy
Pictures
is it to
of
send
your
a dick?
shit?
Yeah.
It's really easy to send dicks these days. I mean, if you're on the social medias, you can just slide into the DMs and boom, there it is.
Yeah.
Just the same way he fucking does.
Yeah.
Like, can you DM someone you're not following, like mutually following on Instagram?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Well,
send a message.
you're following them and they're not following you.
Yeah.
I do that for like. Never mind. This is a really lame story.
Do it.
Say it.
I follow this company called Shout Factory
Okay.
that produces Blu-ray and DVDs of cult horror films.
Yeah.
Loaded with special features. And I buy them because if I find one I like, yeah, I want to watch a 3-hour documentary on how they made the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, because fuck yeah. But
2.
yeah, dude, 2's
Is 2 the
one
better
of
one?
the best.
Okay.
It's a comedy.
Okay. I can see
Watch
that.
seriously. This is my suggestion for you this Halloween.
Seen it.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's
and
super
fun.
bizarre. The
Yeah.
first one is like
The best.
bizarre,
obviously.
bizarre but scary bizarre.
Yeah.
The second one is bizarre but like silly,
Yeah.
funny bizarre.
It's like a parody of the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
one.
it really is.
Which I mean is a great move for the director to be like, I made the scariest movie like ever. So to follow it up, I'm gonna do a comedy.
Yeah.
Like that's, I mean, it did terribly when it came out in theaters
sure it
because
did.
people are like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah.
But now I
They
think
wanted the
people are
same.
like, "Oh yeah, this is great." It's like Leatherface dad like winning a chili competition and like calling his other son a fudge packer for no reason. There's like a scene where he's like driving a truck down the street and he's like, "Yeah, fudge," just screaming and like spilling chili all over himself. It's really funny. But the reason I say that is because I send like sometimes responses when they're like, "What's a Blu-ray?"
Yes.
And I'm like, "Candyman, please buy the rights for Candyman." I want to see a documentary on systematic racism in film attached to the Candyman Blu-ray, please.
Candyman. Those movies I never watched. I was always like a little
Scared?
I was a fraidy cat kid, and then it evolved into like just a really cynical adult.
Yeah.
And then I just never got into the horror genre because of it. Just no suspension of disbelief. Like
Really?
just
Which I think is
And
like
that's
the
was a
key to
diff-
really being scared by like
Yeah.
horror films is honestly like really detaching yourself from logic because the good ones are all about like emotion based.
Absolutely.
And it's like if you're like, "No, well, in The Exorcist, it doesn't quite make sense that she would apply for a doctor's appointment with
Right.
this." It's like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah, I don't like being scared.
Really?
I
well,
don't.
I feel like that's the defense mechanism is like you just shut off your suspension of disbelief, and then you watch a horror movie just like you would watch anything else.
I don't watch them because they'll scare me.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And, like,
I don't let myself go
here's-
down there rabbit
here's
holes.
what
So
I
then they're
like.
just bad to me.
I like psychological thriller horror.
okay.
Yeah, I'll fuck with that.
I don't like jump scares.
Okay, so you like
Jump scares like fucking like make me all uncomfortable
Okay.
and if I feel uncomfortable, it's like why I don't want to sit here and wait for something to fucking jump out and like that's your only. I think it's fucking lazy.
Yeah.
And it fucks with me, and I don't fucking like it.
Yeah.
I
But
feel
like,
ya.
give me a good psychological fucking horror movie that's like, deep into your fucking head. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's fucked up. Like, okay, like I can appreciate that.
Did you watch that movie that was like supposed to be like this woman gets committed because she essentially has a stalker and no one believes her that she has a stalker, so they get her committed, and it's actually the stalker is like in the asylum with her, and it's really just a really mind fuck of a thing because it's like from her perspective and she's powerless throughout it, and it's really just I just saw previews for it. It was creepy as fuck. I was seeing them on Amazon for a while. I don't remember what the fuck it was called though. Like there's so many things I see that I want to watch and I never do. Like there's that movie. I want to say it was directed by one of the Clerks guys, and it wasn't Kevin Smith. It was a guy who plays Randall, I think.
Rambo?
Randall.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was going to say
I don't know
Sylvester
his name.
Stallone.
Yeah, I don't
oh
know
no,
his
Jeff
name.
Anderson.
John Rambo? Is that who you're speaking
Not
of,
John.
sir?
Jacob Ranbone?
Anyway, it's a movie about like a clown that dies and then comes back. The clown like dies at a kid's party, like falls into like a open dishwasher, and it's like a comedy horror. And I've always meant to watch it. I want to say it's that guy though, and it's I'm bad at this. I'm bad at like staying into movies.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
You ever heard of that one? No.
I have been watching a show that's super underrated because I have the DVDs and I'm
gonna
like
put
crossing
that-
my
I'm
fingers
gonna
they're
fucking
streaming
remember.
it. It's Tales from the Crypt.
Oh yeah, dude.
Which-
Tales from the Crypt was great.
Yeah, the celebrities on it, like
yeah.
fucking Tim Roth, Schwarzenegger, Michael J. Fox. Like every episode, Demi Moore, Jeffrey Tambor, Tim Curry's in an episode where he plays every single character.
Oh, that's fucking
great.
fantastic.
Yeah, and it's like he's these backwoods, like incest, like Southern family that are like killing door-to-door salesmen.
I love Tim
That's
Curry.
awesome. I do.
Yeah.
What a
love Tim
creepy
Curry.
motherfucker.
He is. Well, he's just a great actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
he really is. I
As-
wonder what he's
as
like.
The big
what it-
fucking demon and fucking legend. Oh.
Yeah.
He's one of those people where it's like, I just wonder what that dude's like in real life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
He's
what
like,
what's
isn't he
it
like
like
super
to just...
sick?
Is he sick now?
he had a
No.
stroke,
Yeah.
so he's in a wheelchair.
Well,
Yeah.
hearts go out to Tim Curry.
But he's very dry humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's very funny. He was like, because he was in It, and he was terrifying.
Yes.
But he was talking on a talk show about like, yeah, I do the scene with the little boy, and the little boy was like, why are you so scary? And he's like, it's what I'm getting paid for.
I'm gonna
That's
do a good
what our
job,
job
dude.
is
They're
for
gonna
actors.
They're gonna ask me back if I
Yeah.
do a good job.
Yeah, he just seems like an easily annoyed, down for anything guy, but just like,
Yeah. Just don't be stupid.
yeah. I think there's a picture of him on like the set of It with clown makeup, like eating a sandwich with like an umbrella over him. He's just like fucking hungry as shit after a hard day of filming.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Yeah.
What? Filming being It? No.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
can't
being in
imagine.
any role like that, just covered in makeup for fucking like 12 hours
It's
in
my
front of a
fucking
camera and
nightmare.
lights and go and you know.
The makeup, the prosthetics, that shit is like a fucking nightmare to me.
Yeah.
Just like the thought of feeling that paint on my fucking skin all
People
goddamn
have
day.
this view of acting, and I mean, you've done a lot of acting.
Yeah, I did this AZ lottery commercial where I was in the makeup chair for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Really?
And it was like to make me this big red bird. And I don't know how people do it when they're like in the makeup chair for 8 hours, but just
Yeah.
an hour and a half of having someone like stick you
Yeah.
in the face with like very precise small lines.
Jesus
It
Christ.
sounds
Yeah,
awful.
dude. In a
It
trailer that
really
shakes
sounds
and
aw-
people
yeah.
are going in and out of the makeup
Probably
trailer.
hot.
So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like watching those fucking videos of the how it's made. It's like this guy sat in this chair for
Yeah.
fucking 10 hours. And then he filmed for a little while, and this is what he does every fucking
Yeah.
day. It's like, oh my god!
I know it was really funny hearing Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger, talk about it.
Yeah,
Because there was like photos of him like after shooting ended, just ripping off his face and like throwing it down the hall, and people with trash bags are behind him trying to put it in there, just trying to get the fuck out of that. Well, because
I would
it's like-
explode. I have to explode out of something like that too. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't be contained anymore.
well, you know, it was
that's
back
got to be
then.
so satisfying.
Back then, it was so much worse.
Oh
too.
yeah, the early '80s, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Dude, makeup gave you cancer in the 80s.
And yeah, there's a couple of stories. The not only do you have all this latex on you, but like you have to play this like fucking twisted ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
So like your just mindset is all fucked up and weird.
I bet that uncomfortable feeling though of like all the makeup and everything like kind of helps you to boot into that.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you just fucking.
It gives you just this
feeling
natural like
shitty
don't
and
fuck with
mean.
me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The shittiest thing would have to be like a jovial, happy person with
Right.
all this makeup.
Like they're trying to make you up to be an angel.
Oh yeah, and
Or
like
God.
a bunch of little rugrats tearing on your shit.
Oh no, no, that's not what you want.
Yeah.
We've been going for about an hour, and we have Mr. Brian Kearley doing a set at the Stand Up Live
You can
tonight.
stand up live.
Stand Up Live
Tonight?
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
when does this go out? Like right after you record?
No, let's
No,
go
this
out.
will go out-
on Sunday.
This will go out Sunday or Monday, whenever I'm feeling it. Whenever it just weekends, guys. I sleep a lot.
Okay.
I like a lot of sleep.
You guys got anything coming up for pizza party?
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about pizza party.
So we just launched our new website and our Instagram,
Yeah.
pizzapartyimprov.com, and follow Pizza Party Improv on Instagram. We always have a bunch of fun, funny, weird shit that we post. And we have a show coming up in late October at Comms with another troupe named Pillow.
Okay.
And then we are kind of still waiting to confirm a show at Valley Bar in the fall.
Nice.
awesome.
So that would be really cool. And then waiting to confirm a LA show
Sweet.
at John Ennis's theater
Nice.
in LA.
Nice.
So we're still kind of like just, talking, figuring out dates and all that shit. So
That's awesome.
yeah, follow Pizza Party Improv on Instagram. Follow pizzapartyimprov.com. You don't have to follow it. You
Do
can
it.
just go to the
No,
website.
do it. Go to the website.
There's a lot of fun
follow it.
photos
Go
and
see it.
videos.
These guys you and Sam are the favorite improv duo that I've ever
we're
seen.
the fucking best.
You guys
guys are
are the
good,
fucking
yeah.
best. No, seriously, you guys are the fucking
Yeah.
best. You are literally bar none the best improvisers live I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for fucking.
Thanks.
You're one of my. I have a lot of respect for you, and I'm really happy that you did
thank
this
you.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for coming.
Yeah, no. Well, me and Sam have been working together for 10 years, so it's just kind of like one of those duo
It
things.
just
where
comes
it's-
natural now.
Yeah, we kind of feel like an old married couple.
Yeah.
Like we'll fucking bitterly say
We're doing-
bullshit
We'll
to
get
each
there,
other.
baby.
For what?
We'll get there.
To be an old married couple?
Yeah.
We'll get there.
One of us is going to kill each other.
Well, it
way-
sounds
way
like
We'll be
before
okay.
that
well, that's
day.
perfect
okay,
because that's how it needs to be.
Yeah.
Where like he'll do something he always does,
Yeah.
or I'll do something I allegedly always do.
That's
Yeah.
right. I never do anything.
No.
I don't
Yeah,
produce
you're
this. I don't
just-
put any
you're
effort
just-
into
you're
it. I just
just-
show up and I'm
Yeah.
amazing all
You
the
know
time.
what he does do that's really sweet of him is he buys beer.
I do sometimes.
He does buy beer
I do.
sometimes, which is very nice.
I'm a sweet boy like that.
I actually have a video, real quick. Sorry. It's very short, but it's of me
fine.
and Sam arguing when we lived together over me leaving an empty paper towel roll.
Yeah.
And like him not getting a new one.
Yeah.
And like us complaining about whose fault that was.
That's perfect married couple behavior.
That really
right
is.
Do I just put it in the...
You just put it up there.
Guess what I found? But an empty. Yeah, I know it's an old bag. No one threw away. It was, and guess what I found?
That's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
I like the irritation in your voice so much.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the old one. You didn't buy the new one. And then he just looks at me like, are you filming this? Yeah.
That's a great relationship.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, great roommate, dude. Great guy to do comedy with. Somebody you can just kind of be. He's a buddy.
Yeah.
Are you still at the Fifth Street house?
Yeah, I am. Sam moved in with his girlfriend. They just got back from Hawaii.
Oh, they were fucking.
Yeah, they probably had sex on that trip, guys.
Lots of fusking. Lots of fusking.
I hope they kept it to the hotel room.
Oh, you crazy kid.
No, you got to go out on the beach if you're in Hawaii. You got to get a little sand in your butt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
No.
Up close for beach sex in
I'm
Hawaii.
too
That's the
old.
only That's the only place you do it. You don't
old.
do it like when
You
you
know,
go to like La Jolla.
Sand and cum sounds like a weird combination.
It just does.
it's
You
not
know,
exactly
it just,
fish and chips.
buddy. Just
Sand and
imagine.
cum.
Just imagine like kitty litter. You know the way it clumps. That's what cum is.
Sticky
that's what it
gravel.
does, isn't it? It's just
Hey,
a clumping.
You guys
It's
are
just a
Welcome to
clumpy
Sticky
sub-
Gravel
You guys are
Boys
fucking
with
disgusting.
cum and sand.
Fucking gross. All of you. Fucking nasty.
Guys, thank you for watching. Check out Matt's show at the Grid every other Wednesday. New lineups of local comics.
Oh yeah, so when this comes out, like we're doing a Big Pine pre-show
Big
on
Pine
September
pre-show.
19th at the Grid.
September 19th at the
A bunch of
Grid.
people coming from out of town who are on the festival. It's gonna be a good time.
It'll be dope.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Absolutely.
Pizza Party Improv on Instagram, Twitter, everything.
Not Twitter.
Not
just
Twitter.
Instagram, Facebook, Pizza Party Improv, and our website. Check it out, www.pizzapartyimprov.com.
Oh,
Fun
yeah,
fact,
and
you
then we're
don't
doing-
need the www. dot.
Fun fact you do.
You don't.
Live
need it.
Meat Sweats the podcast.
Live Meat Sweats a podcast.
September 20th in Flagstaff
At Big Pine.
Borderlands Brewery.
Borderlands. We're at Borderlands.
At 5. Yeah.
Sweet. Borderlands at 5. He knows more than I do.
Hey, congrats, guys.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
can't wait. We're gonna have a great time. Actually, that brings me to a great thing. Audience, please participate in the Meat Sweats Live podcast. And the way you can do this is you can submit challenges for Matt and I to do in front of each other. The loser of 3 will have to shave his beard. Challenge has been issued and accepted.
I mean,
we need ideas for challenges
hope
we
Matt
can
this
do.
is how confident I am in my abilities because
Yeah.
Bill has nothing to lose over there. Like,
No.
if
yeah,
you look
have
at me,
just kind of. Yeah, you look like
Yeah.
one of the Jesus characters
as everything
in that time.
Yeah, it's all.
No,
it's
my
all
beard looks like shit. Matt's
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make him shave it off because I'm gonna beat his ass.
Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this.
Well, you don't
little
have to
fucker.
shave. Like you can cut it with scissors at first, right?
I
No,
have a
we're gonna
feeling-
shave it. We're gonna shave it.
You have to
I'm gonna
shave
get
it with like a little bic, like 99 cents.
Here's the thing that you're so fucking certain all of a sudden that I'm losing my beard, you piece of
Losing
shit.
your beard.
You just better be ready for what's gonna happen.
We already have one challenge. The first challenge is Indigenous Peoples Leg Wrestling,
yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up.
formerly known as Indian Leg Wrestling, but we're PC about it.
I'm very PC.
Very PC.
Yeah.
So that's our first challenge. Help us come up with 2 more so that we can watch Matt's beard come off his face yet again.
I will never shave.
We love you, everybody. Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank
Have a great night.